Hello, everyone. Welcome to Small Biz Tips. Guys, I am excited. You know why I'm so excited? I met this gentleman, right? We in a mastermind group together called the Inner Circle. These guys in there are just killing it in business. So I start seeing his posts on Facebook, like, oh, this is some nice cars. I'm like, we have to get this guy in a podcast. Mike the businessman. What's going on, boss?
My man, thank you very much for having me, Joe Bear. It's a pleasure. Thank you for opening up your platform to us small business owners. I highly appreciate it, sir. Salute.
Thank you for being here, bro. I am excited. You know what? Before we jump into all my excitement, can you tell the people a bit more about you? Who's Mike the businessman?
All right. So yeah, they call me Mike the businessman, or my government is Michael Anoha. So Mike the businessman is just a serial entrepreneur. Okay, I own a
Mm,
warehouse, an exotic car rental warehouse right by the Dallas Fort Worth Airport. So I rent out high end luxury and exotic cars. I've been doing that for a while, and I got really successful at it. And so
mm.
I wanted to share my experience with the world. And so I started teaching people how to also get started in the luxury and exotic car rental game. So yeah, that's what I do.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Shoo. Bro, I'm a big fan of cars, right?
Ooh,
I want the Lotus Evora. I love the Lamborghini Huracan.
yes,
I
sir.
love the Ferrari. And one of my favorite, I haven't had a chance to drive this yet, but I keep seeing it and I keep getting tempted. Next time I'm in Miami, I'm definitely renting it out. The
Which one?
i8. The
Which one?
i8, bro.
The i8. Oh, I got two of
Yes.
those actually.
Uh,
Funny enough, that's my number one rental, the i8.
really?
Yes,
So
sir.
tell me about this. How'd you get into this business?
All right, perfect. Yeah, so really my story goes back. I gotta go back to college, right? So
Mm-hmm.
after I like to tell people Jersey raised me, but Texas paid me. Okay, so I grew up in
You
New
from
Jersey.
Jersey too?
Yes,
What?
sir. Dirty
Where
Jersey. Yes,
at?
right off of Stuyvesant Avenue, a few miles out from Newark, man, in Maplewood. Yes, sir.
Bro, I lived in Irvington, right on
Oh,
Springfield
you got
Avenue. Yeah, I live in East Orange, and now I'm in
what? Yes,
Atlanta.
sir.
So
Look at this dude, man. Yeah, we brothers, bro. Like, yeah, I went to Rutgers
definitely.
University. I went to Rutgers Newark and NJIT.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
sir. Yes,
crazy.
yes, sir. So after I graduated from Rutgers University, and I'm sure you know, you coming from Jersey, Jersey was
Mm-hmm.
rough, man. Jersey was rough. We couldn't get no jobs out there, so I had
Mm.
to leave. But long story short, I met a girl and I moved out to Texas.
Smart
And
man. Smart
yes,
man.
yes, sir. And guess what? It changed my life forever. I got to
Okay.
Texas and I tried corporate. It didn't work out. I couldn't get anything at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a job in the insurance industry. Okay, I was
Okay.
selling auto insurance, non-standard auto insurance. So I
Huh.
got licensed and I was selling. I was killing it. I was number one in the region in the company.
Wow.
After a year and a half, I decided to go open up my own insurance agency. Um,
Nice.
yes, sir. So I actually left, opened up my own insurance agency, established 3 locations in the next year, 2 years. They were all
Wow.
very successful. I ended
Wait,
up actually
wait.
selling that.
Was
Yeah.
that property and casualty?
Yes, it's
It's
non-standard property. Yeah, non-standard property and casualty insurance. Yep.
nice, nice.
Yes,
Funny you
sir.
said that. I used to work, my last job was with Chubb Insurance.
Okay.
I work as an underwriter and also I train sales agents
Okay.
in property and casualty insurance. We have
There,
so much in common.
there you go. See, look at that small world, brother.
It
Like
is.
I had the license too. I had a general lines license too. So
Nice.
that's what you
That's
need
cool.
to
So
be able
so
to
walk
sell.
me through it. You got 3 locations, successful.
Yes,
How
sir.
did it go to car rental?
So I got all that experience, and then you know how it is. You always feel like the grass is greener on the other side. So
Mm,
I felt like maybe I should go try corporate America. I just never used
mhm.
my degree. So I dusted it off. I put on the suit and I did corporate America. I got into risk management actually. So tech and cyber operational risk management.
Nice.
And I did that for several years. And so really one day I'm watching YouTube and I see this dude wearing a blue blazer and he's just spitting game, man. He's talking financial literacy, all kinds of stuff. And his name was Him 500.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was the switch right there. Him 500. He's talking all this financial literacy, how you could
Yeah.
leverage your credit. And so for me, that was when the paradigm shift started. I'm like, it started to excite me again, get that entrepreneur
Mm.
juices going again. And then I told my wife, like, I don't know, the streets might be calling me back again. So, so really, and then the tipping point. So I went out to a conference in Miami. He had a recession
Okay.
proof conference out there. and I meet this tall, skinny guy, right, with this weird haircut, like like
Oh man.
kid and play, right? He had a high top fade, and this guy, like, he's just motivational. He's inspiring, and he was called Neo.
Oh
And
wow. That's how you connected.
how I met Neo. Yup, we were in the back at lunch, and he literally gave me almost 20 minutes of his time. And I was telling him, like, I'm in corporate America right now. I'm making over $200,000. I want to go back to my first love, entrepreneurship, and I had this desire to go start a rental car company. And because I heard people could make a lot of money doing that back then, people was doing Turo. And so, but then I told him I'm just scared of leaving my comfort zone. I haven't conquered that limiting belief yet. And Neo looked me in the face like, you got to stop using that word. And Neo, you know how he talks, right?
Yeah, I know. He tell you right away.
Neo, look through your heart. And he told me, like, you need to stop using that word, fear. And you need to go get that. Like, literally, he motivated me. And guess what? I came back from Miami. I quit my job. I gave them my 2 weeks notice. I quit my job. And I never looked back again. I went out to go pursue the dream of starting off a car rental company.
That's amazing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Congratulations, man. That's an amazing story. You actually face a lot of fear that 98% of the population who are in corporate America want to get out and get their own thing started and never do because they're like, oh, the insurance. Oh, I don't know about this. You took action. You went in. Tell us about that rental car business. Boy, you have some amazing car. I'm like, oh, next time I'm in Texas, I gotta come to you.
You gotta come check us out. Thank you. So yeah, so I got a couple of them. So actually what happens, so when I quit my job, I started off with a few luxury cars. Okay. So I started off with like a Maserati, a Mercedes Benz. I had got my BMW i8. So I bought like about 4 or 5 cars in the first month or two. And I started with that. But then one thing that differentiated me from everybody else is I knew I wanted to set this up as a business. Okay. I didn't want this to be a mom and pop's venture where I had all the cars parked in front of my house. People won't take it seriously that way. And then everybody was preaching Turo. There's lots of gurus out there to tell you to go out, buy 40 cars in a month and put them on Turo. Okay. If you've ever done Turo before,
I have.
There you go. Especially coming from corporate America, it's a lot of minimum wage work. Okay. It'll make you want to go back to corporate.
Yeah, you got to have systems for it to work.
There you go. And people throw around those buzzwords like, oh, you could automate it. You can't automate. There's no automating washing a car at 6 a.m. in the morning to get it to the airport, or having to take an Uber and drop off an i8 and come back in the Uber. You can't automate that. So really, I went all in with my dreams. Okay. I didn't let fear hold me back. So literally, I actually rented out a warehouse immediately. I rented out a 2,000 square foot warehouse immediately. I put all my cars in there. I got an LLC. I got my LLC business credit built up, and I started operating like a business from day one. I used my experience in insurance, risk management, corporate America. I set up the right SOPs, the right processes, the right people, processes, and technology. I have staff, so I don't have to work in my business. I work on my business.
I love it. Wow.
I have to doing a lot of those things. Like, that's the mindset I went into. And see, a lot of people, they're content with just doing Turo and renting cars and waiting for their phone to buzz. But instead, you have to step out on faith and try to set up your own business. Okay, that's the way.
Yes, make it a real business.
Private rentals. That's the key. That's what I teach my mentees. Like, okay, Turo is fine, but it's a crutch. Okay, I teach people to use what I call a hybrid mode. Okay,
gotcha.
So starting off, start off with Turo. Start off with a hire car. Get around. Okay, use all of that to try to build up a book of business. Okay, but you don't want to get comfortable there. You have to take off those training wheels. Okay. What I tell them is, for the first 2-3 months, use those, but the whole time with the aim of converting those customers over to become private rental customers. Okay. And there's a few tricks that I teach on how to do that. And so you could leverage their advertising dollars. These guys spend billions on advertising.
Yeah,
right.
They do. Yeah. I have so many questions, but before we go any further, I want to go back. Right.
Okay, go ahead.
You left the conference, quit your job, bought like 4 or 5 exotic cars. Talk about, what was the first car that you bought, and what's the process? Did you use your own credit? Did you use business credit? What does that look like? Because a lot of people are wondering, I want to i8. How do I buy this?
So the way to do that, actually, so I started off, I used my LLC. It was actually a brand new LLC, barely 6 months old. Okay, so
Okay.
what you want to do is when you go to the dealerships, you want to ask them if they could give you business financing. So you want to do business financing either with a PG or no PG. Okay, a PG is
Mm,
what they call a personal guarantee. Okay,
gotcha.
so when you PG, it means they use your personal credit. So they'll run your personal credit. You'll get an
Yeah.
inquiry, but then the loan won't be on your personal credit. So
Yeah. It'll be
basically
on the business.
on the business. Now, the only time they come after you personally is if you default on the loan.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what, and I teach people that you don't make sure
That's
you're
important.
co-signing. Don't co-sign. It's a difference
Mm,
between a PG and a co-sign. When you
mm.
co-sign, that's when the loan goes on your personal credit.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So you
That's
want
huge.
to,
That's a gem.
there you go. So I actually took advantage of that, and I actually was able to get my 4 to 5 cars in the first month. Okay. I
Okay.
didn't want to get more than I could handle. Okay. So that's how I got the cars. And another tip is
Nice.
try to go get your own financing before you get to the dealership, so they don't run
Mm.
inquiries on your credit. Right.
So I got a question there, right? When you
Yeah.
get your own financing, or you go into like a Bank of America or like a Navy Federal
There
and
you
say,
go.
"Hey, I'm getting this car. I want to get it under my LLC.
There you go.
I don't mind PGing it, but I don't want to co-sign it. Just want to make sure that people understand clearly what's going on."
And that's exactly what you do. Okay, so Bank of America, there's a BOA play out there where, like, if you have, even if it's a brand new LLC that's barely 24 hours old, once you go
Mm,
to Bank of America, go to apply for their small business auto loan. With each
mm.
LLC you have, you can get between 3 to 4 loans per
Oh,
LLC.
wow.
Yeah, so literally, if you have 4 LLCs, first LLC, you apply for your first 3, 4 loans. Once you
Yeah.
do for the first one, next day go apply for the second one. Literally, in a week,
Wow.
you can get 4 loans from them, anywhere up to 120,000. I've seen it go as high as 120,000.
That's amazing. You got to make sure though that your credit is good,
Good.
like at
680,
least a 700 or
680, no derogatories. Okay, your personal
gotcha.
be good. Okay, another one,
Gotcha.
like you also rightly mentioned, is Navy Federal. Navy Federal is a
Mhm.
good bank to go through. Your credit unions, any local credit unions are also very good to use.
Mm.
Lightstream, Lightstream is another good bank that you could use. Okay, so there's
Lightstream?
Lightstream, yes sir, Lightstream.com.
Wow.
They'll actually give you a check. They'll cut you a check for up to 100,000, and you could use
Wow.
that and take that check as good as cash and go buy a car anywhere.
That's amazing.
Yes
You get
sir.
so many gems just here. We got to go back to, all right, you got these cars running,
Yes
you're
sir.
making money,
Yes sir.
and now you're building this business, and now you're in
Mhm.
a position where you actually want to teach people. Tell us more about that. Are you working with any mentees right now? How that's going? What's some of their success? Give us the details.
Perfect. So before I even got to that point, really, right, I
Yeah.
needed to know. I always had that passion to do that, but I needed to establish social proof first. Okay.
Okay.
I actually moved from that 2,000 square foot warehouse to now I'm in a 6,000 square foot warehouse right by the Dallas Fort Worth Airport. Okay.
Congrats.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I actually moved. Then I also now got the exotics. Okay.
Mm.
Because now I'd already established auto credit, right? I already had
Mm-hmm.
like a BMW i8 that was almost 100,000. Now the
Mm-hmm.
banks were willing to. I went to McLaren Charlotte and actually went there to go buy my Lambo, and they approved me for the Lambo loan. And
That's
literally, when
amazing.
I walked out the door, I saw a McLaren. Here's a tip for you guys: if you get approved for one car over 100,000, chances are anywhere else you go to that same day, they'll also approve you for another car.
Wow. So you got all of them the same day.
I got the McLaren and the Lambo same day. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I love it. This is
Yes, sir.
amazing, guys.
So I
Wow.
came back home with those 2 cars, and then over several months, business was perfect. Business was
Mm.
booming. I literally switched off my Turo because here's the thing I teach people: like Turo, get around all those platforms. They're called co-sharing platforms. They're great, but if you know anything about them, it's a race to the bottom with the prices. Every day,
Yeah.
forcing hosts to constantly reduce their prices. You can't sustain your business that way.
Yeah.
You're competing against mom and pops that just want to rent out their cars just to make their payments. You can't
Yeah.
run a business that way. Okay. So I try to teach people to move from that model and go into private rentals. That's when you could charge 5 times more, 10 times more.
Mm.
Bro,
Because
listen,
you already have the customer base.
and they trust me, they will pay. They will
Mm.
pay for a car. My smallest car is a Mercedes-Benz C300. On Turo, you
Wow.
can rent that out for $60. I rent that out for $300 a day.
Woo.
And people pay, take it for a month. Okay. So
Wow.
you have to, it's all about fear and removing
Yeah.
that mindset, getting over that mindset. And that's what I teach my mentees. So I took after almost a year of experience of doing that, I decided to digitize my knowledge. Okay, so I created a course where I'm teaching people how to go from zero, making zero on Turo, to making
Mm-hmm.
6 figures in the private car rental space. So that's what I
Mm,
teach people how to do. But most importantly, I'm teaching them how to do it safely, because
mm.
that's the problem. You don't have that safety blanket anymore with Turo with insurance.
Yeah,
Now you have to make sure you verify insurance and vet your clientele very well. That's where
absolutely.
that's where the years of my corporate experience in risk management and
Yeah, they're coming, all that experience.
where all of that comes in, right? And that's what I'm teaching my mentees. So yeah, that's how I came full circle, and it's been successful. People have tapped in,
Outstanding.
and they're able to change their lives, start making more money off their cars. That's what I'm here
Wow,
to
I can tell you, right? Because
do,
I'm
sir.
in the car space. I have two cars. They're both on hire car,
Okay.
right? I'm a newbie in this, but I can see as I built this, I'm definitely gonna be tapping into you and your program
Definitely.
because that's the next level, right? My background is insurance, but I also used to work for Enterprise, the rental car company.
Ooh, that's good. There you go.
So, so I got all these skill set there. So I love the business because literally both of my cars has been rented for like months,
Look at that.
and I don't see them. But you're right, I got to build that customer base
Yep.
because guess what, once those customers gone, you back in being focusing on the platform again.
Exactly. Yes,
So
sir.
that's massive, guys. Everybody, you got to leave your link for your course because people got to take advantage of this.
Most definitely, most definitely. You guys tap in with me. Actually, you can go to follow me on IG. It's at Mike the Businessman.
Mm-hmm.
Mike underscore the businessman. I have my ebooks. I'll give you the link to the ebook and
Yes,
the
please
course.
do.
And you guys definitely tap in, because look, you see, the problem is, right, especially with the culture, right? In the
Mm-hmm.
past years since COVID, there's been this financial awakening, this financial
Yes.
literacy awakening that's happened in the culture, right? And that's a beautiful thing. But unfortunately, it didn't come with discernment. So people now
Mm,
have easy access to credit, and they have that shiny object syndrome. They're running out, they're
mm,
buying all these cars, and they're excited when they rent it out on these platforms, but they're not looking at depreciation.
mm. Wow. Wow, that's
They're not looking
huge.
forward to the slow money. The slow months. I know somebody right now that has 22 cars. Okay, she has 22 cars she bought just for Turo, and guess
Yeah.
what? Turo got slow. Prices
Yeah.
crashed, and now she's facing bankruptcy.
Oh my God.
She's facing bankruptcy. Okay, so these are pain points, legitimate pain points, and that's what I teach people how to do. Like, you got to move out from that model, establish this thing as a business, doing private rentals, charging what you 5x what you charge on Turo. That's the only way you can make money in this game.
Let
And
let
just
me
think,
ask you a quick nugget, right, from your course and your program. What is and I'm sure you have several ways. What is one way you share on how people can market those outside of Turo and Hire Car? One
perfect.
of
So
those nuggets. I'm trying to get some nuggets for you guys so you guys get a little pick of the inside.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna even give you guys two.
Okay.
I teach several models. So organic marketing, paid marketing, and collab
Mm-hmm.
marketing. Okay, organic.
Mm.
Be a walking billboard for your company, okay? Go get branded t-shirts, walk around, branded baseball hats, whatever. Walk.
Wow.
People need to know that this is what you do, okay? Go ahead and go get bandit signs. Put bandit signs
Mm.
in your cars, park them in front of hotels or in front of stadiums, local stadiums. That's how you attract get
And they'll
visibility.
let you do that.
They will. You talk to management, they'll let you do that, or talk to the valets. They'll just give
Okay.
you a ticket and they'll let you park it there, okay?
Wow.
Or paid marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads,
Nice.
SEO. These are a couple of things we do, and then we're able to get business.
That's amazing, man. Wow. I love how you have a sustainable rental car business. I mean, from my enterprise day, one reason I started working on enterprise, I'm like, how did this company get to $1 billion? And
Mhm.
once you start understanding the system and the marketing, and
Yep.
one of the key strategy, I don't know if people know this, but I'll share it, is insurance. They
Insurance.
have partnership with all the local body shops.
Yep.
And when somebody car get dinged, boom, the insurance company partner with and the body shop partner with enterprise, you
Mhm.
get a rental. They
Yep.
get the commission, they get the sales,
Exactly. Yep.
right? So there's a lot of different strategy, and I love what you guys are doing. So to wrap things up, what is one tip you will share with any business owner? You've built several businesses that can help them scale their business.
I think the most important thing, like I had shared in my story, is conquering your limiting beliefs. Okay, I
Mm,
think that follows you from onset of your business, right from ideation of your idea, right, just creating your business plan, facing that fear of leaving corporate America or your previous
Mm-hmm.
job, right? Your safety blanket. You have to be able to conquer that, believe in your dream, and commit full 100%. Like Neo says, commit first, figure out the
Got the
rest.
rest later. That's it.
What I was forced to do, and that's the only time you see success. So you have to be able to make that, break those limiting beliefs and commit 100%. That's what's helped me move past that point and get to where I'm at today.
Wow, wow, wow. So how do anybody that want to reach you? I know you have your IG there, guys. Tap with from an IG. Like if they want to get access to the course, what's the website? How do they find if they even want to rent a car while they're in Texas?
There you go. So my course, I actually have a rental academy store. So it's at www.mtb, like as in Mike Businessman, mtbrentalacademy.com. You can go there. You have access to all my ebooks, my courses, my Zoom, my workshops, my seminars, all of that's on there. If you want to rent my cars, it's at mtbexotics.com. So tap in, guys. Thank you.
We're gonna put those in the show notes, guys. Definitely reach out to Mike the Businessman. As you can see, he gave us gems that nobody else talk about. So check him out. And we are out. Thank you.
Hey, Gilbert, thank you for having me on. Appreciate you, boss. Thank you.
Absolutely.